2024, I did a little over 1.3 million in premiums, and a common question is, are the commissions that I receive, the agent, worth it for you, the customer? Let's get started. So first we need to understand how annuity commissions work. So more or less, some people think that when they put money into an annuity, for example, $1 million, that I am going to, as the agent, get a commission, get a percentage of that off the top, and they're going to be left with what's left, say $930,000 if it was 7%, to put into a strategy. That's not actually what's happening. Instead, it's the agent, that's me, brings the insurance company business. You then, as the customer, pay the premium, and then the insurance company pays me. It is not your premium that's paying me. Now, to prove this, as an example, I had a client that was putting in $1 million and had an 8% bonus. That's a feature we could go into in another video. But that means his account value immediately from starting the policy was $1,080,000. Now, he does have a surrender value, meaning if he canceled the policy completely, where he would lose some of that money, it's around $900,000. However, he doesn't pay this charge if he never surrenders the policy, and if he's getting it, hopefully that's the plan. But it's this full $1,080,000 that is starting to grow right away. The surrender charge is going to go away over time. So for example, on a 10-year surrender schedule, once we're 10 years in, that account value is going to equal the surrender value. So even though those are called surrender charges, those are charges that you only pay when you surrender. If you don't surrender, that surrender charge each year is going to dwindle down to where, let's say 10 years in, if it was that 10-year surrender charge schedule, you're no longer going to have that. Your account value equals your surrender value. Well, you might think then, where then does the commission come from? That is because, as we explained in the beginning there, the commission is paid to me, the agent, from the insurance company. I bring them business, they reward me for doing so. Now, how can they afford to do that? That's because, just like a bank, insurance companies make their money by holding your money. So if you put money in a bank, if you put money in an insurance company, here's what happens. You put it in there, they take that money, they go out, they invest it in things like loans, government bonds. If it's a bank, they're putting money in cash value life insurance, real estate, these sorts of things. They're earning a rate of return. Let's say that it's 6%. Therefore, they can credit you, the bank account owner, the insurance policy holder, interest because they're earning a rate of return. So if they're earning 6, maybe they're going to credit you 4 or 5%, and that 1% spread, that's how much money they have to spend on all of their overhead, all of their expenses, their employees. Commissions are a part of that, and the rest is the profit. So the insurance company is paying the commission, it's not you. Even with that understanding though, some people will think 7%, save $1 million, that's $70,000, is a very high commission. The commissions are just too high. If that's the thought you have, totally understand. Let's get into a couple different conclusions you can draw from that. So I would say first that a bad conclusion would say, therefore, since those commissions are high, this agent's going to receive, say, 7% of the money right away, I shouldn't get an annuity. That'd be a bad conclusion to draw from that. Just because there is a high fee doesn't necessarily, it can, but doesn't necessarily mean that therefore you shouldn't get it. Especially in this case, since we know it's not you that's paying the fee, but it's the insurance company. I would say a good or a better conclusion to draw would say, therefore, I need to make sure that the agent that is trying to sell me this sort of annuity actually has my best interest in mind, and that this annuity is the best fit for my current situation and the goals I'm trying to achieve. Now, the best conclusion, however, I think that you can draw is first what I just said that you need to take into consideration if this is truly something that's in your best interest, and also compare to if you had a financial advisor. Let's say they were just charging you a 1% fee a year, how those fees would compare in the long term. First, with the financial advisor, you're the one that's actually paying the fees, and the annuity, you're not paying the fees, it's the insurance company that's paying me. But even if you were paying that 7% fee, let's take a look at a side-by-side comparison here to what it looks like over the years. In the first year, would you be losing much more money? Absolutely. Here we see the $60,000 here if it was 6% on $1 million versus a small $10,700. However, the second year, what does the person who sold you the annuity get? 0. The third year, 0. The fourth year, 0. Into perpetuity, he gets 0. With the financial advisor, next year it's 11, 12, 12, 13, 14. It continues to grow. 30 years in, this person is now getting $56,000 a year, and it's continuing to grow. Now, of course, eventually you're going to start withdrawing from that, and that's going to lower. But the point is, when you look at the big picture, it's not such as high of a commission as it seems, especially compared to that ongoing financial advisor fee. Hopefully this video is helpful. If you'd like to take a much deeper dive on annuities, really learn the ins and outs of them, click this video here and watch it all the way through.